I'm about to give my parents $250,000 in cash. But you know what's cooler than the cars and the girls and the jets and traveling around the world? Is being able to do something for the family that you love. Becoming the kind of person who can create their dreams come true so you can inspire others to make their dreams come true. If there's one skill set that can work for you, that worked for me, it's mastering the art of VSLs. Something amazing is about to happen. Let's go. Close your eyes. Okay. Here we go. Open up, Dad. This is $100,000.
Peter, no way.
You're kidding me.
No.
Peter.
That's for you guys. Straight from the bank. This is all $100 bills. That's not everything.
No.
This is $100,000 more dollars.
No way.
I just gave my parents $250,000.
Hard to believe. We can't believe it, but yes, true.
And it's all thanks to the power of VSL.
Wow.
So pay attention. Hi, I'm Peter Kell, and if you don't know me, I'm most known for taking my brand new skincare brand and scaling it from 0 to $40 million in sales in its first 12 months. I exited the brand when traveling around the world and partnered with the 9-figure behemoth MindValley.com. You know all those Mind Valley, Jose Silva ads you've been seeing all over? That's your boy right here. And all of this is thanks to the power of VSL. A VSL stands for Video Sales Letter, and it is the art of understanding how do I make a video that inspires my prospect to buy my product today. So hit the full screen button and pay attention because this video is worth its weight in gold. For me, it all started 11 years ago. I was forced to move back into my parents' basement in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. My girlfriend had left me for some other dude, and I was 45 minutes away from the closest bar with girls. As a young 21-year-old guy, it was miserable. I felt like I was getting my soul ripped out of me because all I wanted to experience was just the precious youth of being a young guy going out and experiencing the world. But I was trapped. I was trapped in my parents' basement and I couldn't get out. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a car that worked. I had nothing, no way to get out of here. Until one day I discovered a dream, the idea of becoming a millionaire. The idea of making $50,000 every 2 weeks, smooth like butter, with your feet in the sand, with your laptop open, sitting on an island in the Caribbean, ripping around in McLarens and Lamborghinis all day long. When I saw that dream, I knew that if I could make that happen by the time I was 27, 28, 29, all of this pain and sacrifice would be worth it. I didn't have to sacrifice in vain. I could find a way to make it all worth it. So I went on a mission and I committed my life to doing whatever it takes to find a way to make this dream become my reality. And after 7 failed companies, 2 evictions, and 1 car repossession over the course of 4 miserable years, I met some mentors who changed my life. These guys took me in, gave me a credit card, let me sleep on their couch, and taught me the secrets to high volume Facebook ads. They were some of the biggest affiliate marketers in the world, and they gave me the keys to the kingdom. They pushed me like no other. I would tell the guy, hey man, I think I'm gonna spend $500 on this campaign tomorrow. And he goes, hey, why don't you make it 5,000 and stop being a little... My life began to explode. With the help of these guys and the credit card, I began to practice the skill set of media buying, learning how to spend high volume numbers on Facebook ads. Until one day when we pivoted into e-commerce, then we had a problem. My campaigns were losing money and everything I uploaded to Facebook ads just kept losing and losing. Minus $1,088, minus $5,877, minus $3,031, minus $787. I mean, my investors were pissed and they were about ready to kill me, so I had to figure something out. Fortunately, I had a crazy idea. You see, I had seen how my investors were able to make tens of millions of dollars by mastering the art of converting cold traffic on Facebook ads. And I wanted to do that too, so I decided to take a look at the advertorials that they were running, and then take a look at the advertorials that we were running and ask myself, what could I do to increase the ROI on my campaigns? Being a Facebook media buyer, I knew that Facebook has 10,000 data points on everyone in the world. So as soon as that pixel is optimized, Facebook knows exactly how to get my ad in front of the right person. And all I had to do to be printing was create a simple ad campaign that was profitable on day one so we could scale. I decided to experiment by rewriting all of the biggest advertorials that came before me. And I also experimented by taking that advertorial and turning it into a slideshow video that would play directly on Facebook. And sure enough, eventually the ROI started to go up. $2,868 profit at a 51% ROI. I mean, these were affiliate campaigns, so we had no other expenses. No accounting, no fulfillment, no customer support. That was all handled by our clients. We were making money. We create variation after variation after test after test after test, optimizing, split testing over and over and over again. And the better we tested, the better it got. The next day, $5,721 profit day, $8,323 profit day, $10,280 profit day, back to back to back. Over the course of the next 9 days, we pulled in $229,155 profit, even hitting my first six-figure revenue day on the internet.
Ah, Jesus Christ! 100,000 days!
Until one day something happened that changed my life. It was a Wednesday and the ROI just plummeted. We ended up spending around $72,000 and doing around $74,000 in affiliate commission. And I was pissed because I knew that I had scaled the campaign too hard and I had lost all of my profit margins, but I didn't want to scale back. I wanted to scale forward. I wanted to be hitting $200,000 a day. And I knew if I could just boost the ROI on this video campaign by 10%, we would be printing. I'd be headed straight to the McLaren dealership. So I thought to myself, who do I know that could help me? Who do I know that if all they did was just help boost the ROI on my campaign by 10%, it would be an ROI worth its weight in gold? And I thought to myself, John Benson. If you don't already know, John Benson is the guy who invented the VSL. So I went over to his website and I saw, oh my gosh, he's doing coaching. So I reach out to John and I'm like, dear John, I think I'm sitting on the biggest opportunity of my entire life. If you could just help me find a way to boost the ROI by 10%, all of my dreams come true, and we would absolutely be crushing it. Can you please take a look at what we have going on and see how you can improve it? And by the luck of the draw, he said yes. He sent me over his bill, and at first I was a little scared, I was a little nervous, and then it hit me that that was kind of dumb because one tiny little tweak could drastically change my life. That's what they call in poker a positive EV decision. If I just make this decision over the course of 100 times, I am gonna be profitable. And lo and behold, when I sent him the money, it turned out to be one of the best investments of my entire life. A week later, John Benson and I got on a phone call and he didn't even do anything. He just looked at what I had, looked at me and yelled at me and told me what I had to do to fix it. I went back to work so excited. I started making all the changes, made a ton of variations, launched the campaign, getting ready for the weekend, and the ROI shot through the roof. That next Saturday, September 15th, 2018, we spent $110,000 on Facebook and pulled back in $163,000 in sales, $52,747 in affiliate profits at a 48% ROI. I was losing my mind, but that wasn't it. It was time to scale even harder. On Sunday, I maxed out all my Facebook accounts and spent $145,000 and did $198,000 in sales, totaling another $53,198 in profit at a 37% ROI. That was nearly a $200,000 day. Needless to say, nothing else mattered in my life. I mean, I became obsessed. I became absolutely obsessed with VSLs. They became my life. It was so clear to me that through the power of VSLs, I could scale my campaigns and create the life of my dreams. I went out and bought my dream 570S McLaren, called back up John Benson and said, hey man, I think we should keep doing this longer. This turns out this is working pretty well. So we put together a deal and we ended up partnering for the next 8 months. And by the end of that year, we pulled in $7,135,134 in affiliate commissions. My life was changed. And through John Benson, I began to master the art of VSL. I began uncovering all of the secrets, authority figures, the real secret behind how to create a message worth listening to, the unique mechanisms, the light in the tunnel that's going to take your prospect out of hell and into heaven, the kindergarten simple pitch, a way to organize your sales pitch so that the mass market can easily understand and comprehend what you're saying to them. And of course, learning how to tie all of that into story selling, learning to use stories to put your prospect into a trance so you can sneak past their barriers and begin to plant seeds into their subconscious mind, inspiring them to solve their problems today by buying my products. We went on to create VSLs for every affiliate e-commerce campaign I could get my hands on. Drones, smartwatches, pet supplements, foot insoles, pain relief patches, weight loss supplements, muscle building supplements, nerve pain supplements. I mean, we opened a media buying house. We had 4 media buyers, 4 video editors, a full-time copywriter, and John Benson looking over everything. And we were churning out VSLs left and right, doing nothing but making VSLs that were designed to convert cold traffic for e-com products on Facebook. But then one day, something else happened that changed my life again. One day, we were running a skincare campaign, making around $10,000 profit a day. So we were printing and we were happy until the affiliate manager came up to us and said, hey man, we want to run Facebook, you need to pause. And as an affiliate, I was pissed. I mean, this would happen to me over and over and over again. I already had an army of guys who were just swiping our stuff left and right. We had to deal with account bans, and worst of all, we just weren't building our own thing. You see, while affiliate marketing had given me the life of my dreams, it had only ever given me the first chapter of the life of my dreams. Because by now I knew I was on this mediocre hamster wheel, churning and burning, creating campaigns, having them die, creating campaigns, having them die, all while watching my friends go out and build and exit their own brands on their own. And it started to hit me. I knew I was playing the wrong game. While it was perfect for that chapter of my life, it was never gonna get me to the next level. I called up my team and I said, guys, enough is enough. We're done with affiliate. We're pausing all campaigns. It's time for us to build our own skincare brand. I want a legit dermatologist. I want a full production VSL shoot. I want world-class products that get shipped in 3 to 5 days with world-class customer support to build a real brand worth selling that changes people's lives. I mean, I want people buying our products without me even having to advertise them. Just word of mouth alone, having them tell their friends. That's how amazing this brand is that we're gonna build. And today, we're taking our foot off the brake pedal and we are strapping a brick to the gas pedal. Let's roll. We went ahead and emailed every single dermatologist in the city I was in. I found a world-class business partner who knew how to do manufacturing, fulfillment, customer support, and everything else I needed. We started writing together the VSL script like it was the biggest opportunity of my entire life. Got ourselves a videographer, went down and set up shop in the dermatologist's office and shot the VSL. And by the beginning of the 3rd month, we launched it. In that skincare affiliate campaign that we had that was making us about $10,000 a day, could completely nuclear. By the end of our 3rd month, we hit around $4 million in sales for our brand new skincare brand. And I was losing my mind. I mean, we were passing $100,000 every single day, easily and consistently. Facebook loved us, Google loved us, and the customers who bought just started buying the product over and over again. I mean, I was so excited. I got myself a white Lamborghini Huracan, threw on a roof rack, put my snowboard in top, and drove all the way up to Vail, Colorado to go snowboarding every single week. And I was living the life of my dreams, fulfilled, happy, excited, successful. And I began to master every single piece of the VSL formula, like understanding the ultimate AOV close, inspiring our prospect to buy the most that they can so we can have a higher AOV and boost spend even more instead of the mistake that most people make, which is only inspiring prospects to buy the least that they can, just dipping the toe in the water to test their brand. I began to optimize the VSL Lead Bible, which is a collection of some of the most successful leads to VSLs I had ever seen, making it easy for us to endlessly come up with variation after variation to keep our VSL optimized, scaling for months at a time. And we unlocked the real secret to compliance in Facebook ads. Newsflash, you don't have to get banned for the rest of your life. We ended up doing over $100,000 in sales every day for over 8 months. in a row. As sure as the sun would come up, there would be $40,000 in sales just sitting in the account. By the end of our first 12 months, we did over $40 million in sales. It was a complete dream come true. I ended up selling the brand to my business partner, selling my cars, throwing everything into a storage unit, and living my next dream, which was to travel all over the world. People started writing about me. I became an international speaker. I got asked to headline at Affiliate World Dubai. I got asked to speak at Oxford University on the power of VSLs and how I create them that enabled me to go from 0 to 40 million in 12 months. And one day I was floating on a boat through Croatia when I ran into the founder of MindValley.com, Vishen Lakiani. He was telling me a story about how they used to dominate the webinar space, but lately, since the iOS 14 update, they've been struggling to keep things profitable, struggling to be able to scale like they used to scale. And he asked me, Peter, why aren't my campaigns able to experience such meteoric growth as you did? And when I heard that, I was like, listen, Vishen, it's simple. All I had to do to double the most amount of money I've ever made in a month is go into Facebook ads, click duplicate ad set, and spend twice as much that month as I'd spent before. And if the ROI stays the same and the cap stays the same, you didn't run out of inventory, boom, all of a sudden you just doubled the most amount of money you've ever made in a month. But here's the problem. The ROI doesn't stay the same. For most people out there, the ROI goes down, they start losing money, and they become unprofitable, unable to scale. And the truth is, there's only one reason for that, right? It's not your competition. It's not higher CPMs like all these victim people try to explain that it is. The truth is the ROI falls apart because your video didn't inspire somebody to solve their problems today. Facebook and Google have like a bazillion data points on everyone in the world. They know how to get the ad in front of the right person, but here's the problem. They're scrolling on Facebook. They see your ad. They're not interested. They keep scrolling. That's the problem. The uninterested ad is the reason why your ROI isn't working. I told him it doesn't matter how hard or easy VSLs are. VSLs are required. Any business must make videos that inspires customers to buy their products today in order to be successful online. I know that I must make videos that inspire strangers on the internet to buy my products today at a profitable day one ROI so that I can scale to these numbers. So Vishen looks at me and he goes, okay, Peter, so how do I do it? How do I create meteoric growth inside of my company? And I was like, listen, Vishen, there's like 10,000 skincare brands out there. And the only reason why we were able to go from 0 to 40 million in 12 months, blowing everybody else out of the water, is one simple thing. We were able to create ads that were profitable on day one that enabled us to scale. We were able to put in $80,000 a day and get $130,000 back relatively every single day for like 8 months in a row, going from between $100K and $250,000 a day in sales, profitable on day one. Virtually every single month, we were able to put in around $2 million and get between $3 and $4 million back in sales that month. Doing that 10 months in a row, getting $40 million that year. And our VSLs were the single thing that nobody else could do that enabled us to hit these numbers. And the cool thing is, we didn't need a lot of cash flow to be able to do this. When we first started, we put in $5,000 and we were able to get around $10,000 back that day, which means we could spend that 10 grand, turn it into 20, and then keep creating this cash machine that enables us to spend $2 million to get $4 million back. We didn't need a lot of money to make this work because the machine we created could cash flow the next day of advertising over and over and over again. And Vishen looks back at me and says something that changes my life forever. He goes, Peter, that sounds amazing. Can you help us do that with MindValley.com? I mean, I had studied Mindvalley 7 years before that with their hypnotherapy programs. It's an incredible platform and an incredible community. And I was just looking at everything they had, and I saw all the pieces to monster VSL campaigns. I saw the authority figures. I saw the world-class products. I see the world-class stories behind the authors who got involved with this. I'm looking at this thing like this is a VSL playground. This is a dream come true. And I look back at Vishen, and I'm like, yes, sign me up. Let's do this. We jumped on a plane over to Tallinn, Estonia, where he lives, and we put together a deal, and I became an equity partner for the 9-figure behemoth, MindValley.com, a complete dream come true of mine. We got to work on making VSLs for all of Mind Valley's products. Within the first few months, we cracked the Gym Quick Super Brain campaign, which went on to become a monster VSL campaign that we had. And a few months after that, we cracked the Jose Silva Ultra Mind program, which went on to become the #1 VSL in the entire world on YouTube. After the end of our first year, we shot over 32 VSLs for MindValley.com. And ultimately, we'd done it. We'd master the process of every single piece of a VSL. Media buying, production, editing, working with authority figures, script writing. Every single little piece of how to create a VSL became to get so optimized and so systematized. After that, my DMs started to explode. People kept reaching out to me over and over again. Guys who owned e-com brands, affiliates, drop shippers who had been struggling to get their campaigns to work and been getting beat down over and over again, trying to get things to work, asking me to show them how to make campaigns the same way that we did. I kept turning down deal after deal after deal because I just didn't have the time until one day I read a quote that changed my life. And it was simple. The master isn't the one who's the best in the world. The master is the one who creates the most masters. When I read that quote, all of a sudden I knew there was another level. It was time for me to help the next generation, the next group of guys experience the life-changing magic that I had experienced in my own life. So I put out a post on my Instagram asking if anyone still wanted one-on-one coaching from me. And within 48 hours, I sold $147,000 worth of one-on-one coaching programs, equivalent to 28 hours of my time. All of a sudden, I was instantly overloaded again. I paused everything and I was like, I need to go talk to everybody to see what they're looking for. These guys were affiliates who were sick of the churn and burn of campaigns dying over and over again and wanted to build a real brand. These guys were real brands who wanted to build bigger and bigger VSLs for their campaigns. There were e-commerce guys who were only doing advertorials and hadn't made the jump to the bigger, more profitable VSL world. There were e-commerce guys who were doing millions a month on their short digital gadgets, but hadn't created longer, more professional VSLs yet. And after speaking to everyone one-on-one, I knew this wasn't sustainable. I had to find a way to help these guys and everybody else who hadn't reached out to me at scale. And after talking with everyone, I discovered there's only two things that all these guys needed. One, they need to get brought up to speed with the exact system I used to go from 0 to $40 million in sales twice. And two, they need one-on-one group coaching with me to hold their hand across their entire journey. VSLs aren't a short kind of game here. You're doing this for years. You're making videos that sell your products for years. You're media buying for years. They need me holding their hand, asking their questions, reviewing their scripts all along the way, guiding them along the same road that I took to become successful. So I reached back out to my Instagram and told them, we're making a course. It's the VSL Masterclass and it's group coaching to help you along the way. First 20 spots gets a discount. Boom, within 2 weeks, we sold $320,000 worth of the VSL Masterclass, telling me this is the way we're gonna go, this is the thing we're gonna create. We shut down the program once we sold out of our last member, and we got to work. And today, I'm excited to announce the official loss of the VSL Masterclass. The VSL Masterclass is a 3-week online training program hosted by me, Peter Kell, the #1 VSL advertiser in the world, the director of VSLs at Mind Valley, and your guide to showing you the same exact path I took to go from 0 to $40 million in sales twice, all by using the power of VSLs. Your journey begins with Module 1, the internal deep dive, because let's be honest, for me, it's not really about making VSLs. It's about how can I create the most amazing life I could ever imagine. If I could wave a magic wand and create the most amazing best case scenario for my life I could ever imagine, what would that look like? Is it giving $250,000 to my parents to change their lives? Is it buying a Lamborghini Huracan and throwing on a roof rack, throwing in a snowboard, driving up to Vail, Colorado every single weekend to go snowboarding with my friends? Is it to travel around the world for 2 years, making 6 or 7 figures a year, doing nothing but one phone call a week? Before we deep dive into your business, the first thing we do is deep dive into you. In this module, we're gonna uncover your dreams and uncover what's the best case scenario for your life. But just getting clear isn't enough. I'm gonna walk you through the same process I used to smash my own limiting beliefs, take this vision of mine and plant it deep into my subconscious mind, so that when I begin to take action in my own business, the vision of my own mind will begin to come into my reality. Module 2 is about the road to the top. This is about making sure you are playing the right game. So many affiliates, drop shippers, agency owners get into this business knowing that they're not gonna do this forever, but never make the change to what they're actually supposed to be doing. Affiliates get burnt out, sick of having your campaigns ripped over and over again. Drop shippers who you know are playing a rat race hamster wheel that never ends, burning campaign after campaign, never building brands, never building customer loyalty of people who want to buy from you again. Agency owners who keep getting other people rich. This is the part where I show you how to build your own brand, something that you can sell, making the business moves you want to be making. But that's not all. You'll also learn that building brands isn't the only way to have a massive bag of cash slam onto your desk. There's also partnering with brands in exchange for equity. Right now, there's a massive opportunity of Amazon-only brands that are being acquired who have no idea how to do direct response campaigns, VSL campaigns. This is the same kind of deal I did with Mindvalley to come in and earn millions of dollars worth of equity and get residual income on the VSLs that we created for them. Not only that, I'm going to show you another opportunity by doing documentaries in VSLs for crypto companies in exchange for tokens. I'll show you a recording of the exact sales pitch I made to the founders of an up-and-coming crypto startup in exchange for $125,000 worth of tokens and $25,000 worth of cash. This is an incredible way to plant seeds in potential investment opportunities that could pay off huge in your future. In Module 3 and 4, we'll be diving into the VSL Quick Start Guide and the VSL strategy. I'll show you how I select an offer that gives me full faith that there is a way to make this work. There's a way to make this campaign absolutely explode. I'll teach you the power of unique mechanisms, the exact moment when your prospect, who feels like they're trapped in a dark cave with no hope and no way out, suddenly sees the light in the tunnel, the picture on how they can climb their way out of hell and into an amazing heaven with every dream they've ever imagined. You know that part where somebody says, yeah, I'll buy that? That's unique mechanisms. I'll show you how to create storytelling trances so that you can sneak past your prospect's unconscious walls and plant seed after seed to create in their own mind the feeling that they're gonna buy this product today. You'll discover one of my most valuable tools, the VSL Flow Bible, which is a complete breakdown of 18 of the biggest VSLs on the internet today. So you can see the exact step-by-step formula they use to GTM, what I like to call get the money. The VSL Flow Bible is like a simple treasure map you can use to start as the foundation of your next VSL campaign. This is the exact document that Todd Lamb said he would have paid $50,000 for because it's worth its weight in gold.
Paid him privately 50 grand for that. And I'm sorry to tell you that now, Peter, if you're watching this and shaking your head, I'm sorry, but I would have.
On top of that, I'll show you how to crack deals with authority figures, which is the real secret to having your prospect listen to your message. Also, you'll learn the hidden secrets to maximizing average order value. When I first started with my own brand, I thought AOV was all about upsells, 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 when in reality, the secret is what you say to them before they buy. There's two different options. You can inspire someone to buy the least amount of your product just to dip their toe in the water, or you can inspire them to buy the most amount possible. This secret boosted our AOV to numbers we couldn't even imagine. And here I'll reveal the ultimate AOV money boosting close that we added to our own VSL scripts to inspire them to buy as much as possible, boosting our AOV and enabling us to scale to a whole new level. In Module 5, we're putting pen to paper where we go over script writing. You'll discover how to use the kindergarten simple pitch to craft a message that's simple and easy to understand so the entire world can grasp your message. When advertisers fail to apply this, they create campaigns that people can understand and don't scale because nobody can really grasp what you're trying to say to them. You'll discover the VSL God process, which is the same process I created at Mindvalley after interviewing author after author, authority figure after authority figure. An easy step-by-step interview process that will pull out the story of any authority figure you come across so that you can write a script in their own words, getting each important piece of the story that you can begin to plug together. I have blown the minds of many of the Mind Valley authors because it enables me to take their entire 15-year journey, all the lessons that they learned and everything they put inside of their program, and wrap it up into one cohesive paragraph that summarizes their life. Their minds often explode because no one's ever put their life story into one piece like this before. I'll show you how to take the VSL Flow Bible, find a formula you want to model, reverse engineer step by step how your VSL is going to look, and then be able to hand that off to a copywriter, any B-level guy who can create a world-class script that has a world-class chance at making your baseball bat go 100 miles an hour. The truth is, anyone who promises you they can write a script that'll have you start doing $50,000 a day is just lying to you, because in reality, it's hard. It's not easy. There's 1,000 variables that you can't control. All I can control with my own campaigns is whether or not my baseball bat is going 100 miles an hour. I don't launch campaigns thinking that this is gonna be a home run. I launch a campaign thinking that my baseball bat is going 100 miles an hour, and if this ball hits it, this is going out of the frickin' park. When I used to hire copywriters that didn't get me results, is because I never followed this simple process I'm about to show you here. Any B-level copywriter can write a world-class script if they're just given simple directions and a clear understanding of what the VSL structure is going to look like. And this is the part where I show you exactly how I do it internally. Not to mention, I'll show you how to write scripts that are compliant for Facebook and YouTube, so you can stop getting banned all the time. Believe it or not, if you get banned all the time, there is a way out. It used to happen to me too, until we got the secret, until we understood exactly what Facebook and Google are looking for. Then suddenly we got reps, we got people who could help us when problems occur, and we're able to start scaling to numbers we couldn't before. In Module 6, we're gonna get into filming and production. I'm gonna start you out with the VSL Editor's Playbook. This is the same playbook I give to my own editors to bring them up to speed on how to craft VSLs that convert. I'll take you behind the scenes on a real-life, full production VSL shoot with the legendary brain coach to the stars, Jim Quick, where I take you behind the scenes exactly what to do when you're doing your own shoot, so you know exactly how to make it work. And finally, I'll show you the exact simple system we use to create a shot list for B-roll, so we can have footage that shows our prospect in the hell that they're in, shows them the light in the tunnel, and shows them the heaven they're gonna have when they purchase your product. In Module 7, we'll be going over media buying for VSLs. Let me ask you a question. Have you cracked YouTube ads yet? Because all the results we were getting on Facebook, the second we got on YouTube, our revenues increased by 130%. Anything we did on Facebook could be 30% bigger on YouTube if you could just crack it. But it's a hard platform to crack, and there's lots of pieces of the puzzle you need to know in order to crack it. Not only do I teach you my process for cracking YouTube, but I bring in my girl, the ex-lead media buyer for the VSL division at Mind Valley, Shin Yap, to give you her own breakdown on how to crack YouTube. Not only that, I'll be talking about hidden traffic sources, how to do Facebook media buying like a Chad. These are the same secrets I learned from my own media buyers who got me up to extraordinary spend levels a day. And finally, in Modules 7 and 8, you'll discover the Masterclass in VSL Spy Tools, exactly how I'm going about finding all the biggest players on the planet and how to get inspiration from them so that I have literally endless ideas for years that I can apply to my own campaign so that I can have endless swings at the bat to hitting the home runs that are gonna change my life and give me the life of my dreams. The thing about books is that books just are talking about things that could work. Spy Tools are showing you exactly what's working today. This is how I stay up to date on all the advertising trends and up to date on all of the opportunities I have right now to go forward. Some of the students who have signed up for the VSL Masterclass are wild. We got Todd Lamb, who's flying around over Canadian glaciers, talking about how he's making $40 million a year with VSLs, living his dream life, and how he would have paid $50,000 for just one document inside. Or one of my students, Merrick, who did over $9.1 million in the last 6 months after I inspired him to get into VSLs. Or Philip, who's already doubled the most amount of money he's ever made in a month and working on doubling it again. Or Lorenz, who finally hit his first $20,000 profit a day. Now, these guys are rock stars and maybe even some outliers. I mean, they all came to me with a strong base level of knowledge, a tremendous hunger and drive, and an understanding that they needed to crack the VSL game to get where they wanted to go. Now, I'm not for a second gonna claim that you can have the same success. There's a million variables in this whole thing to get this to work. But as today's #1 VSL advertiser in the entire world, I am confident there is no one more qualified on the entire planet to help get you down this path and bring you up to speed on how we got to $40 million a year in sales twice using the power of VSL. I mean, I went from an affiliate who was stressed out, getting his campaigns ripped off left and right, to building my own brand that got to $40 million in sales that I sold. I went to travel around the world. I gave my parents $250,000. I partnered and I sell the greatest products on the planet now. Now, I'm not saying something like that's gonna happen to you, but I do know the longer it takes for you to get your foot off the brake, the more of your life is just gonna waste away, and that's not what we want. So you're probably asking how much? Well, first, let me ask you this question. How much would it be worth to you if all I did was show you how I was able to double my ad spend while maintaining the same ROI? How much would it be worth to you if all I did was show you the exact process that took me from 0 to $40 million in sales twice? Or if you saw how I'm able to make multi-million-dollar business deals by partnering with all these other brands and showing you all these other blue ocean opportunities? You know, for me to come in and build a VSL department and become the VSL director for your own business, that would cost you a significant amount of equity in your company. I mean, if you wanted me to come in and teach your team for just 8 hours how to do this, that would cost you over $66,000 worth of my time. I mean, I just sold 28 hours for $147,000, and that was before I raised my prices. But here's the best part, because if you get approved to the VSL Masterclass today, you also get access to our elite business coaching program. Because outside of just getting up to speed on how to do it, you also need me sitting there, holding your hand, guiding you every step of the way, helping you make decisions all the way to the finish line. And this is my favorite thing ever. This is like, I might as well call it best campaign of your life, because all we do is get on a call and talk about how to have the best campaign of your entire life. Now, I will 100% never promise that you could make the biggest campaign of your life with these group coaching calls. But what I can promise you is that once a week, you'll have a place to jump on a group coaching call with me and my team to go over exactly what you're working on, how you're making money, how things are growing, what scripts you have, what business deals you're doing. Everything you're working on, you'll be able to get one-on-one answers from me to help guide you and walk ourselves through the process. You'll also be able to learn from many of the other massive students we have inside of this program and all work together to help grow and double our own high scores together. Once a week, I will be right in your back pocket to help answer any questions you have and help with guidance on anything that you're working on inside of your company. You'll also have 24/7 access to our private Slack channel. This is a group of killers. These are 7 or 8 monster brand building owners who are all working on VSLs to have the biggest campaigns of their own lives. On top of that, you'll have access to weekly online meetups for all of the members to help bring each other together and sharpen each other's swords and talk about how you're making money, how's he's making money, what's your script look like, what's your AOV look like, what's your flow look like, everything you can. If you're a top 5% advertiser, course creator, dropshipper, affiliate, we have built you a home. We have built a place of hustlers, somewhere you can actually go to talk to about the business problems you have and the opportunities you have available. Now, if you were to get the entire package of the VSL Masterclass in 12 months of the Elite Business Group Coaching, that would be a combined value of $102,000. $42,000 for the VSL Masterclass, which is my hourly rate of what I had to put that thing together, and $60,000 for an entire year of group coaching. But combined, we're not gonna have it be anywhere near that. Now, it's not gonna be cheap because this is the only place you can get the #1 VSL advertiser in the world to bring you up to speed. The price of the VSL Masterclass in 1 month of Elite Business Group Coaching is $25,000. However, for a limited time, we're offering special discounts for extra commitment. Unfortunately, we're not letting everyone inside of this program because, as you probably already know, VSLs aren't easy. You gotta know how to media buy. You gotta have a team. These are advanced tactics for high-level elite business owners, so we've put together a filtration process to keep it that way and to keep our community protected, because I'm not gonna riddle my community with anybody who just has access to a credit card. If you're ready to apply to the VSL Masterclass in the Elite Business Group Coaching, click the button below and fill out the application form on the next page. This will let us know if you're a right fit for the program and if it makes sense for us to get involved. If approved, go ahead and book a free strategy consultation call with one of our experts on the next page. I mean, these are the secrets that I use to go from a burnt out affiliate, trapped and hopeless on the hamster wheel, to building my own brand, 0 to 40 million in 12 months, to exit, traveling around the world, becoming the director of VSLs, selling what I think are some of the coolest products on the planet at the highest volumes on the planet. You can use these strategies to help improve your business. But it's not easy, you know it's not easy. VSLs aren't easy. They're just required. It is absolutely required for you to make a video that inspires strangers to sign up for your product today. And when we've gotten our videos profitable on day one, that's how we've been able to scale to entirely new dimensions. And there's no better place on the planet than for you to get brought up to speed and get your hand held for months than the VSL Masterclass in the Elite Business Group Coaching. That is what we've created for you here today. You're getting the keys to the kingdom. You're getting the community of hustlers. You're getting the weekly guidance to help get the right decisions made. The same decisions that got me to $1 million a month, $2 million a month, $3 million a month, $4 million a month. This is the place where you come to take your business to the next level. Now, you may have seen this online already. If you haven't, I just posted a video giving my parents $250,000 in cash, and I brought it to them in this duffel bag. And it absolutely changed my life, because I'll tell you what, from experience, there's only two things you can really do with money. You can help yourself, you can buy the McLarens, you can buy the Lambos, you can get the cool places, you can travel all over the world, or you can help others. You can give back to your family, you can give back to your churches, you can help the schools, you can help the children. I believe we all have a duty to make as much money on this planet as possible so we can give back as much as possible. That's why, if approved, you'll be getting the Something is Amazing is About to Happen duffel bag, because I want you to be inspired to do something amazing for your family. It's a requirement for all my students to make it past the point where you're just helping yourself and getting to the point where you're helping others. That is where the greatest feelings are going to come from. So here's the exact details on how to apply. Click the button below and fill out the form on the next page. If approved, book a call with one of our team members so we can find out if it's right for you. Once accepted, you'll get instant access to the VSL Masterclass. We'll get you in the Slack channel, and we'll get you access to the Business Elite Group Coaching Program. On top of that, we'll get you the duffel bag, so that combined, you'll finally be brought up to speed with the same secrets that took me from 0 to $40 million in sales twice. But I gotta warn you, we just raised the price, and I'll tell you what, we're gonna be doing it again. Once I begin to get max capacity, I shut it down or I raise the price to reduce the amount of people coming on board. So don't delay. Click the button and sign up to the application form. Do it now. Learning VSLs has become the single most important skill set I have ever learned in my entire life. It has transformed my life beyond anything I could ever imagine, and I'm continuing to do it here in this video in the future. It is the way that I am taking. And in this VSL Masterclass, there is no better place to learn, and there is no one more qualified to teach you how to do it. Click the button below to fill out the application form. My name is Peter Kell. Thanks for watching. Something amazing is about to happen. I'll see you on the inside.